Banks has some fatigue issues, and they will go to the air this time.
Oh
and now they're in trouble.
What do you got,
Boger going to have to make a play with his legs. Going deep, intercepted. Nevis, the safety, comes down to pick it off, and Texas has a return. Texas has a return, and Abu Sama comes up rather abruptly and smacks him down to 33. But a big play for Texas, a big stop there. As a Joker makes it known who he's rooting for. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm trying to be as if I can, but I mean, there's no guarantees with these.
Oh, that's a pick!
Dak Prescott throwing an interception against Ole Miss. One of my least favorite things to rewatch. Jalen, oh my goodness, no, it wasn't, it was Franklin. Franklin picks it off, and Ole Miss is right back where they started. But in great field position.
If you're Texas, you got to just take that to half, and now Ole Miss has an opportunity to get a field goal.
Touchdown saving tackle by that safety. He's going to, I mean, if Texas has this win here today, he's going to look back on that play right there and think that's where I lost the game. Or that's a terrible mistake by an inexperienced quarterback there. Prescott Jr. I was talking about Prescott Jr.'s interception, but Boger almost threw one right there. Hit as he throws, linebacker can't get to it. 6 seconds here. Jackson playing with fire. I mean, if he can't get down before the clock hits triple zeros, then it was all for wash. But he is going to run with Banks. Banks going to be pulled down. 2 seconds left. Timeout is out. We have seen fakes, but I don't think from this deep that's the option. This is not an easy kick at an angle, and Texas is going to call timeout, make him think about it.
If you're Texas, if he can somehow miss this to kind of bail out your just kind of silly interception.
He's not bailing it out. He nails it right down the middle, and we go into the locker room. 17-all. Texas and Ole Miss are deadlocked. The Longhorns to receive the second half kickoff. Joker, talk to me. What is the Texas locker room feeling like right now? Like, what do you think is going on down there, or what's going on?
I mean, I just think that I mean the pick. I mean, yeah, you could kind of say the touchdown wasn't really deserved, but you threw a pick when you didn't really need to, and you could have been going up 3 with the ball, and now it's tied, and it's basically like a whole new game.
Yeah. Ole Miss matching that 3-man front with Texas has been running all day, and Caden Durham gets a gain of 2 on the carry. I mean, that's the mistake. That is the Achilles heel of having a young quarterback. They just make mistakes like that. I mean, what's the gain there? You gain, 5-6 yards maybe over throwing a pick. I don't agree with the risk-reward, but Wingo gets a gain of 5. And now Ole Miss with a golden opportunity to take control of this game. They can get Texas off the field.
And see, now the pressure's, to me, the pressure's more on Texas than Ole Miss, right? Because Ole Miss is driven down the field twice. Ole Miss is driven down the field twice, and you got to get this
he's
wide open.
And that's Ryan Wingo. First down, Texas, down to the 47. Well, there's one player for Texas that has been huge. It's been Ryan Wingo. That is a speedy receiver, and he has been all over the place today. And just send a man in motion in the backfield. One of these RPOs. They will get it out there to him. Great job of that linebacker to read it, though, and he gets a gain of 1. You know, we usually are used to Jackson running these crazy house-type defenses, the cover zeros, the blitzes. Haven't seen a lot of that today. As we see the screen,
they will
to Gibson. Gibson with a burst of speed gets the first down and more down near the 20, at the 20 actually. That was good for a play that looked like it might have been blown up by the defensive end, but Texas now in the red zone. Prescott Jr. Ole Miss will roll another man down in the box. Look at pressure. Do they send it? Look at the box. It's stacked.
There it is.
Going to Wingo. It's intercepted.
That shouldn't be picked by the corner. It's a jump ball. It's a receiver.
jump ball, and the Prescott just doesn't have enough under it, and now Ole Miss chance to score and take the lead is I can't see the game. Oh.
Can't display the whole screen. Probably cut off on our end.
Well, gain of 6 by Banks there. Going to be 2nd and 4. I mean, those are just things that are not part of the plan. Interceptions, especially that one being in the red zone. I think you see the blitz coming, you set up a little short route, but of course you can't hot route, so it is a tough spot to be in for a young quarterback. Here goes Banks towards the sideline. Banks is going to get pulled down short of the first down marker.
Now, do you think he does that kind of same play again? Runs backwards for a little show.
I would not be surprised, considering we know what's the man behind the controller. Banks,
Matty, 4th and inches.
Doesn't get it. 4th and inches. Now, you go for it here. You're going to line up in goal line. If you don't get it, Texas, once again, has an opportunity.
Well, we know it's going to be a QB sneak. It's just the matter of can the defense
I mean,
get a hold.
do we know it's a QB sneak? I mean, if anyone's not going to run QB sneak, it's going to be this guy right here.
The efficiency rate.
Pressure, and it's going to get it. Yeah, I knew that as soon as Riley did not have a blitzing linebacker behind the nose guard, that was a QB sneak. That is 9 times out of 10, that gets you where you need to go. He's going to run up goal line again.
Well, now what?
Well, now I just think that we have. Well, I'm not going to play the game for him.
But play action here.
I know what I would look for in this defensive unit. Yep, there it is. The toss out wide. Banks gets a block in the back. That's blatant holding on 27. Hello? Man. These refs must have been paid off by Mary Kate Cornett family, right? Yeah, just not a good display of officiating there. In my humble and biased opinion, Banks has a free field. He's going to get down to the 36. I mean, 18 carries, 178, 2 tutties. I mean, I'm sure if they were recording all the yards he gained on that one touchdown, he'd have like 278. But the RPO
nowhere.
Up. That's Cornett. That's the brother. And much like his sister's reputation, he was shoved down in the dirt by Ethan Castle. Sorry. it said itself on it, too. So 2nd and 13. Here comes the sweep handoff once again, and no one is around the... Okay, that was a weird-looking tackle, but Banks has a first down.
Yeah, and every time, if you can get Banks tackled in the first kind of box, like I said earlier, Texas has gotten that stop, but when he gets room to run in space, every time it's been at least a good 10 yards.
Yeah, the edges have to do a better job at containing the outside corner.
Like that.
And much like that right there, Ole Miss gets a gain of 6. That's 200 yards for Travarius Banks. We go into the 4th quarter. Both teams deadlocked at 17. Ole Miss knocking on the door here at home, trying to take the lead over the Longhorns here, who have had chances. They've just not been able to capitalize. So 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion. Doing the Harlem Shake back there. I don't know what he's doing. Banks, wide open gap, first down, legs cut up from underneath him.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume that Ole Miss scores a touchdown here. If you're Texas, 4th quarter, 5 minutes left when you'll get the ball back. Oh, nowhere.
But that's a great job. That's a great blitz. You have the DBs down, trying to contain the outside, but you leave yourself open for the pass. And we know Ole Miss can pass the ball when they want to. So, can't rule that out entirely if you're the Texas defensive coordinator.
This is your opportunity. Texas has gotten them 2nd and long, but can they get them out of it?
RPO, Banks, he breaks free, gets pushed down to the 3.
every time they get close. Every time Texas gets a stop on second down, Ole Miss just converts and gets a big gain on third.
Yeah, 3rd and goal from the 3 here. Banks gets the hand off.
Nowhere!
Banks
Don't you
pushing.
dare fall in! And he falls in!
So do we start putting Banks' name up there with Dylan Edwards as the most cheesy running back to ever grace the league?
I mean, we might.
I mean Banks, Johnson Jr., and Edwards. Wow.
I hate to be that guy, but the Braun 10-point streak is on the line here.
The what?
Braun's 10-point streak in consecutive games is at risk.
Oh, so Stephen A. got in his head. Noted.
He is
Not my goat.
Timeout. Okay. Back to the game. I mean, if you're Texas, if we score, we have to be thinking too. We cannot let Ole Miss get this ball back and have another opportunity.
Oh, he throws it. That's a great catch by Jans for a first down. Or Jas, sorry, I saw Jans. Jas, huge ass with the catch. He's been another guy for Texas that's made some plays when they need him to. But if you're Texas here, my mentality at least is this needs to be the final possession. And we've obviously got to put this ball in the end zone. That's a first down for Niblett. Down to the 37. Ryan Niblett, 3rd catch of the game.
Yeah, we'll see if Texas decides to do the chew clock option, and it looks like they will.
Oh, they will.
Gotta execute. Can't make risky throws. Gotta make everything right down the field.
Handoff. Durham and the defensive tackle tracks him down for a gain of 6. If Durham would have gotten past him, he had a lot of green in front of him.
And you're okay with that, honestly. You don't want to get... To me, if you're Texas, you kind of were okay with not getting a huge gain there and then kind of still making it 2nd and short. So you keep the clock on your side.
Here we go.
This ball!
Oh, they're jumping. And that will definitely go against Texas. Yeah,
And we're just playing around too much. Obviously going to throw there. But just now...
2nd and 9 here.
Back to the first play.
I mean, they decided. So Prescott just has nowhere to throw that ball. I mean, that was... It seems like Texas gets up to the line, and then they try to draw up the play from the line, and I just don't think that's a great strategy considering the crowd noise here in Oxford is high. Prescott drop it back on
it's a dangerous throw!
An interception to Washington. And that, I mean...
Vinny Hamlin!
That is
the
George
punter.
Washington.
No!
Not,
no. I'm looking at Riley's POV. Vinny Hamlin. I saw that. The punter.
Oh. Okay. Wildcat formation. Texas not out of it yet. They can get a stop here. They'd preferably need to get it for the 2-minute
warning. And then see you later.
Now it's over. Banks just takes...
I wouldn't have scored there. Would you have scored there?
I probably would have. That probably puts the game to bed for good. If you fall there, there's still a chance you get stopped and miss the field goal and da-da-da-da. So I agree with...
I mean, yeah, but Texas still 3 timeouts. I mean, we've seen comeback. I believe Mississippi State, Oklahoma was something with way less time, right? Can we get some update on that, Jeff State?
What? Sorry,
the Mississippi State Oklahoma game, wasn't it a similar type of score with less time that got it over?
Yeah, we can talk about that. The ending out in Norman last week, just something something so beautiful that it could only be described in a poem. Just great execution from Mississippi State Bulldogs. Get that win out there in Norman. It's Prescott Jr. going deep. And he overthrew him.
Red! If that's green, that's probably a touchdown, and then that touchdown that Jackson had would have put more pressure on Ole Miss. Oh my God.
He's open again, and it's intercepted, and that will do it. Miles Davis, the Texas native, does it to the Longhorns. And this is going to be one of those losses that you're going to look back on if you're a Texas fan and think, you know, we had the opportunities. It's blown up there. We'll take us to the 2-minute warning. But you think back to the picks, the big ones, obviously at the end of the half, and the one down in the red zone. They really swayed the momentum. I mean, Banks had his just Heisman moment. Look at me, I can run around the field. Whether you want to say that takes no talent as a user or if it takes a more talent is going to be game 7.
Timeout.
That's not for us to judge as broadcasters.
Yes.
So this first down here will do it for Ole Miss.
To me, the game, we'll see if he converts.
Halfback draw, Banks pulled down, 4th and 6. I think he goes for it here. Oh no, he's not. Well, we don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know.
We're not.
Wouldn't be surprised if one gets open. Oh no.
Okay, well, we're actually going to punt this football here. Texas with the ball back. Got to score and got to get an onside kick at this point.
But I was going to point out, I feel like even in the second quarter when Riley threw that pick, kind of around the same distance we were. But as he gets down, only gain of 2. I feel like that pick that Riley threw when he was 17-14 at the end of the second quarter, which gave Jackson that field goal, to me, that was the difference maker in this game. And LeBron's record is safe, for anyone wondering.
No one's wondering.
Man, he made it. Prescott got him. Wow. Good.
Got him. First down, keeps the game alive.
Hmm. 50 seconds remaining. Wingo. I mean, we got to tip our hat to Ryan Wingo as well. He's been the star on this offense for Texas, but unfortunately, just kind of the throws from Prescott there, just kind of some that were, I mean, some were there, some weren't, and I feel like that was just the difference in this game.
.29 seconds left. Prescott dropping back to throw. He takes that route. That's been a good route all year. Flag in the air. Defensive pass interference keeps the game. Keeps the ball moving down the field.
Imagine if it was a spot foul, and that would have been at the 1. I mean, tell me there's a chance. See what Prescott can do. Oh, he gets stuck. He gets the tight end. He gets out of bounds. .17 seconds. So this game is pretty much over, barring something insane like
Going
that.
to tight end, knocked away.
Oh, ooh. Almost got sacked there. Oh, we missed. It's coming.
What are you doing?
When he throws it to the ground, and it's a 5-point game.
Okay, well, Joker's watching his basketball team. We've got 7 seconds left. 4th and 10. Prescott dropping back, gonna run for it, and he is not gonna get there. That will officially. QB Neal, victory formation for the Ole Miss Rebels. They get the win, 31-17 over the Texas Longhorns. Mm, sorry. We can go to the winners. First of all, starting off with Jackson. Um, Banks has another huge day there. You get a couple key turnovers. Is there some concern about Banks? Maybe you have a day where he can't get going or an injury. Does that raise concerns for this offense?
I mean, yeah, I'm really no one without him. He saved my life, so if an injury were to happen to him, it would not be good to me. But I've won a championship passing before, so I'm not too worried. I don't. It feels like every time I try and pass, it doesn't even work anymore. Like it's probably because I've probably thrown in the last like month. I've probably thrown 10 passes on this game, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Joker, you got a question?
If we could go to Ole Miss's schedule, let me go to your share screen. What are we kind of looking at? Obviously, we know about the bye week and
Yeah, week 13 bye week.
yeah, week 13 bye week. But I mean, is there anyone else on your schedule that you're looking at to kind of give you a little trouble? Oh,
The only user I have left is DJ. I think that'll be a difficult game. He's solid and is at his place, so got kind of lucky with my user schedule this year. Like with I guess Mississippi State's away, but it's not a bye week. It's just a vacation. But yeah, Texas A&M I think will be a tough game.
okay, that's all for me.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a vacation because of the hellhole you live in. Go to hell, Ole Miss. We go to Texas.
You're
Riley.
by the way.
What are we? Yeah, I know. I don't give a crap. What are we talking about, Riley? 2 picks in crucial moments. I think you had a couple more picks thrown. I don't know how many you ended up today with. Is that just a user decision making? Is that Prescott's inexperience, or is just both?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, he's not Arch Manning, but I don't think he played a bad game even with those picks, honestly.
Yeah. I agree. Prescott has some good throws in there. Joker.
I mean, do you kind of? I mean, to me, I feel like based on your schedule, you should. I feel like it might be the trap game against LSU at the end because I believe you lost to them last year. But I mean, would you kind of say the game kind of was the turning point in that game was more of the pick at the end of the second quarter or the touchdown with the the running back and forth?
I'd probably say the running back and forth. I mean, that's the first time I've really seen that other than from like TikTok videos. But when you have that recoup ability and platinum shifty, I guess that's something you can do.
Okay, that's all for me.
All right. Well, we can shut the stream down. Thank you to Joker for helping me out, and I'm signing off for HPL. I forgot what Brink says, and that's what I was going to say, but just cut it off.